Hey everyone, and welcome to News Watch at 5:30. I'm Megan Roy, and today we're learning how to get organized. If you work out of your house, or maybe you have a desk that's got a lot of papers and some stuff you don't really need on it, this is the show for you. We've got expert Andrea Lamb coming in to teach us what to do with all this stuff and what to throw away, what to keep, how to get it all in order. All right, thanks, Jay. We're inside. Jane, this is your home office. How would you describe? I hear you're a little organized chaos.
Organized chaos is what I call it, and I'm a very busy person, and I just never have the time to file and get things the way I'd like them to be.
What's your business? Do you work a lot?
I wear a few different hats, and right now I'm getting our cottage up and being renovated to do business retreats and whatnot. So I have a few hats I wear right now.
So that means you've got a lot of work. Do you know where everything is?
Most of the time, yes, I do.
So it's okay. But how do you like working in this kind of environment? I see a lot of papers.
No, it's not okay. It's definitely not to my standards. That is just out of control over there, and that's just purely because I have been putting out fires for the last year, so I never have time to organize anything. So when I bring papers into the office, I usually go there until I have time to get at it.
What's your biggest problem, do you think? Like, what's the biggest? That would be it?
That's
right over here
that,
in the corner?
and just finding the time to do it.
Time.
Time.
Time is the key, I guess. And Andrea, you are the expert on how to organize.
Yes, I've been organizing for a few years now professionally. I always did it when I was younger, and a friend said, why don't you get paid for this? So now this is what I do for my own business.
Well, I wish we could be at your home office. What's it look like?
Not as much paper and stuff as this one, no.
So what would you see, like, do you find a lot of people coming to you and being like, is there any specific problems that they're having, that they can't get it organized?
In a home office, it always comes down to paper is always number one, and number two is because you're working at home, it's always hard to separate the work from being home. So, like she said, time, you have to block, almost like making an appointment with yourself.
So is that what you do? Like your business, do you go into people's offices?
Yes, their offices, their homes, closets. I also help some people with arrangements of weddings, things like that, big events.
So you think we can help Jane here?
Oh, absolutely. It always looks worse than what it is, but once you're organized and you have a system going that works for you, it continues from there.
So where would you start? Like, where do you start?
First thing would be to clear out the room, get rid of all the paper and stuff like that, and there's probably a lot of things in here that just don't belong in here, or they're not going to be helpful to getting things done.
Are you okay with us coming in here?
Absolutely. Hence the burn bag.
Where's the burn bag?
Oh. This is the burn bag.
That's
and
you've already got it started, have you?
Oh, that's what my third burn bag. I just, instead of shredding, because I know I'll be there sitting at a shredder forever, so I just throw everything in there, and I try and get as much when I can.
Mm-hmm.
I just burn it.
All right. So you've got a few things that we can use too.
Yes, absolutely. We have, she was talking about earlier about having tons of business cards. We have a card scan that can take 30 cards a minute and things like that, label makers. It'll save a lot of time and a lot of paper.
All right, so we're going to get to that. But first we've got to head to a break, and this is also coming up. You're watching News Watch at 5:30, and here we are in the home office of Jane. And Andrea, well, she's left us now, and we're going to get to organizing this.
Yes, this is where she mainly works, and of course the main problem is paper. We have piles and piles and incoming mail, and everything is sort of everywhere. So the first thing I would do if we were dealing strictly with the desk is get rid of the piles.
Get rid of the piles.
Yes, all this paper needs to be gone through and decide what needs to be done with it. Does it need to be filed? Where does it need to go? Actually, we'll put this down here.
All right.
For now.
Pile one. Put it out.
Pile one. Pile two.
And do you get the people to go through that and kind of say,
absolutely.
Yes pile, no pile?
Yes, absolutely. The owners absolutely have to go through things and decide what they need to keep, what's not important anymore. You always have things like tax papers, things that you need to keep for a certain amount of time. So then as we clear things away, we find things like pictures. People always have pictures around, not in frames, things like that. So all this comes off.
You clear everything, calculator.
No, some things,
Just some of that
calculator, you would keep in your office, so I would keep it there.
So yes to the pictures to stay, or do you put them away?
They can stay, but they really need to be either in a frame where they're protected or put away in photo albums. So sometimes it's nice just to have a box to put all the photos in.
Okay.
You'd be surprised where you find old photos. You've stuck them somewhere because you're going to keep them in a safe spot, and then they're gone.
You keep keeping a whole bunch of, yeah.
Yes. Then there's always things like knickknacks, your pens, all that kind of stuff. All that would come off, and then this is where we would look at something like a...
So you pretty much clear the whole desk.
Yes. And then something like a file folder. This is your everyday stuff. This is when I come in with the mail. It'll all go in here. It'll get sorted to be put in a certain spot. This is the mail that just came in. Things I need to read, things I need to pay, etc. So this is your everyday space.
Oh, okay.
When you're done. Of course, when it comes to files and that, label makers are a great thing because they're professional looking, easy to read. There's always different fonts, different sizes. Keeps things, and as you get older and the glasses come on, you can make them bigger and bigger. So
Are those expensive though? 'Cause it looks pretty high tech. Like, are they easy to use, expensive?
very easy to use, and things like this can go from anywhere from about $40 to $100, depending on the one that you
Yeah,
get.
that's not that bad actually.
No, not bad, and they'll be used forever.
Yeah, exactly. Do you keep that on the desk?
I would keep this somewhere close
Somewhere
by
else,
in a
okay.
drawer. Yeah, but definitely
Makes sense.
something like that can be used.
What do you say about like the computer? Because I feel like the computer's kind of like the focal point of the whole desk, but it takes up a lot of room.
It always does. Something like this, you could have an under desk drawer to put the keyboard on, and then that would take that away.
Okay.
It gives you more room. I would suggest that for in here. The other thing, you have your phone and stuff like that. Those kind of things can set behind you.
Okay.
Because you will use them, they need to be close, but not necessarily right on your workspace.